Well, hello again, I'm Mark.
I'm Pam.
With Out and About in Maine. And today we are gonna go hiking on the Beaver Lodge Trail at Sebago Lake State Park. They have a lot of different trails that you can hike on here. So these trails down here, you have to be a camper. So it's something that you can do when you're here camping, go out and enjoy some nature. I'm going to see if I can get a couple animal pictures, and Pam's gonna do some video. And I've never walked around this trail as many years as I've been coming here, so we're gonna take a little adventure and maybe see if it actually is Beaver Lodge Trail, because there's beavers. So here we go. We got Super Dougie over there lifting a tree. Dougie found a walking stick. It's kind of weird because I want to project my voice because I know the camera's over there, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, we've got our new DJI mics on, so we don't have to. As you're walking along the trails, they have trail maps set up, and they have the trails pretty well marked with the yellow diamonds. So as long as you're paying attention to what you're doing and watching for these yellow diamonds here, then you should be pretty easy to stay on the trail. And also they're pretty well walked, so if you don't go someplace that you're not supposed to, you shouldn't have any problems.
That's some pretty thick mud down there. Yeah, buddy. All right, so we've seen frogs and dragonflies and a couple of birds. There are a lot of lily pads over here. Let's go see if we can find anything down in this little area of the pond. Nope, we just missed that frog. Oh, there's one right there. Can we see that little guy before he gets away? Here, Foggy, Foggy. Say hello, Mr. Frog. Huh? Yeah, the other one was green.
I can't take a video of Pam trying to get the shot for you, but I'm totally gonna see if I can at least get a still image before she falls in the water. She may be out and about in Maine, but she is under the water in Maine.
Well, we know there's a frog under this branch.
Did you find some frog friends?
I found some frog friends.
I can't believe I've not hiked this trail before. If I had hiked this trail before, I would have photographed it way long time ago. This tree, these beavers are small, so they're not this high up in the air. You see how it's chewed right here? That's the top part. This is the bottom. These were together, and then when it chewed far enough through, it fell right down.
Just like I did. I don't know if you can see the beaver marks in this lighting. I believe that you're going to be able to.
Right, I'm trying to find a bad angle, but it's a joke. I'm not really finding one. That's the joke.
Oh, there's another down beaver tree over here. Some nice rocks. It's been so long, this is like smooth now. It's not as rigid. But if you look up at this piece, you can see where they chewed it and knocked it over. Oh, there's a good one. We got a log over here where it looks like they ate part of it and then they just left it. Is that a beaver lodge right there? Holy cannoli, check this out. Right there on the side of the path. Nice beaver lodge. Not seeing any activity. Let's go check it out. Look at that. Just look at that. That is crazy that it's so close, right on the trail. I mean, literally. Come back across. There's a beaver lodge. Looks like we had a little beaver action over here on a tree that was marked for blazing the trail. That is now down.
I don't see any fresh, I'm not seeing any fresh beaver chews. Like, these are all really old. So I don't think there's any active beavers on here. So, I mean, the dams look like they're in okay shape unless they're pulling from the other side, but like all of this chewing is really old and dry and patinaed. It's
right.
There's nothing fresh about it at all.
This must be the halfway mark. We got a nice little picnic table over here with a view. Well, there's a little bit of a hill.
Isn't this just absolutely beautiful out here, bud? I said, isn't this just absolutely beautiful out here? Then this is quite the beautiful sight to see. Sometimes you sit like, look, I'm sitting here relaxing, catching my breath. And something I really like in pictures is reflections. So I'm sitting here catching my breath, and I just realized I'm seeing all sorts of reflections on that side from up here because I'm high enough to get the reflections in the shot that I wasn't seeing before. All right, nice little rest break. That is a great place to have a picnic table for a nice picnic lunch.
Right?
Too bad we didn't bring a snack.
So over here, we have a decision to make. We can go to the Sebago Wilderness Trail, which is another 8.16 miles, 1.6 miles. Rough day. Or we can continue the Beaver Lodge Trail, which is 1 mile, which is exactly the route we're gonna take. And you see these ones? They're marked with red, so you know that it's different than the trail that you were on before. And they give us the yellow dot. You are here on the yellow trail. Well, there's a nice beaver ate a tree and left it there. There's a whole lot of that going on around here, huh? Oh, if you can see those yellow flowers coming up in between the lily pads. I wish they'd open, but we're not going to get that today. So over here, we have a tree. It looks like they did a lot of damage. They ate that up pretty good. And then if you come over to this side, we got some sort of mushroom fungus growing out of it. So on this side, we've got like desolate trees with moss, lots of leaves on the ground. We got this little bridge.
Well, during the snow melt season, we should point out during snow, when these hills are all full of snow and everything, when it melts off, it'll go underneath the bridge and feed into the marsh here. And there's some slight elevation back there. It's a little bit hard to see, I'm sure, with the cloud, or not the clouds, with the trees and shadows and
yeah, because it all kind of blends. It all kind of blends over there.
You're like aiming the camera that way. It all blends. They didn't see your eyeballs, honey.
Man, this really does come all the way around.
Point it up to that next blaze. I don't know if they can see it on camera or not, but
I don't see the next place. Oh, it's way up there.
yeah, all you gotta do is just keep looking for the diamonds. It'll mark your trail. Usually, it'll be a consistent color for each trail.
Whoop. Almost tripped on a rock there.
Douglas, that's the firewood to take back to the campsite. Pick it up. Put it on your shoulder.
Pick it up. Right there, pick it up.
Put it on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Take it to the campsite.
Heave it down to the campsite from here.
Take it to Grammy and Grampy. They're gonna be here a couple extra days. Keep going.
Oh, we're going this way. Had to find the next blaze.
Oh, that's why they got it blocked off with them branches.
Yep. I don't want you going that way anymore. The elusive stepson walking up the trail.
Out in the woods.
Out in the woods of Maine.
No phone in his hand. No earbuds on his ears. He's breathing in some of that fresh, pure oxygen. There's no app for this. I'm gonna stand up there on that hill. I want to show this. So,
Here?
yeah, that's good. So to get an idea of the scale that we're doing, I know sometimes she's holding it, so it's got the horizon leveling on, but we were down at the level of the water. So if I pan over here, you can see how much higher than the water that we are. And then we were going down that trail, and you can see down that valley there, that's where the base of, or the bottom of the trail is, like the, not really the bottom, but the lowest level. So there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of rocks on the ground. I know she's been pointing out the roots. So you just have to, here you go. Hi, Pam.
Hi.
All right, so we have finally made it to the end of Beaver Lodge Trail. I'm gonna look and find out how long it actually is. I know when we were about halfway through, there was a marker that said 1 mile, so assuming a little bit farther than that. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Saw lots of beaver lodges, saw lots of trees that were cut down by beavers, but didn't see any actual beavers. And it looks like the last chews on it were all pretty old. So I'm gonna ask game off. Another car. It looks like the chews that were on there are actually pretty old and dried, and they got a patina to it. Another car. It's a very busy road. Okay.
We're gonna ask one of the...
We'll ask at the ranger station and see how long that actually is, and also if we can find out how long it's been since there's been active beaver on it, because it doesn't look like any of the chews are recent, although there's a lot of beaver dams out there. So we're almost to the car. Just a slight slight jaunt up the road here. You can see coming off of the trail over here, and it goes around the marsh.